Ngugi wa Thiong'o, one of Kenya's most illustrious writers, is a man on a mission. He aims to correct what he terms as the enslavement of Kenyan society by Western influences at the expense of indigenous culture.
We have to ask the government to please make it illegal for anybody to beat an African child because they are caught speaking an African language in a school compound. It's trauma, it's child abuse, right? And then we should stop it. It should be illegal. There should not be two ways about it. It's even ridiculous. Can you just see this visuality? Now, an African person is beating a child for speaking African language in order for that child to be more perfect in a language which is neither that child's nor that teacher's. And you are beating him to the bleeding point sometimes. And the parents come and say the teacher did a very good thing because they also are working within that trauma. Then this trauma is normalized and is inherited. If you ask, later you ask the children who have inherited that and the children normalize that, if you ask them why they think Luhia is not intellectual, they don't really have they cannot tell you really why.
He decried what he describes as negativity towards vernacular languages, which he blames on selfish political maneuvering, which has created a view that speaking vernacular languages is akin to tribalism.
I think we have a duty to do as editors, to undo the harm which has been done in how we look at things that originate from Africa.
He faulted the implementation of the Constitution on promotion of culture, terming the current system as one that is only structured towards the use of English and Swahili.
I'm advocating very strongly a three-language policy in Kenya and Africa for that matter. Mother tongue for every child. Mother tongue. Kiswahili for every child. Then English for that child. Thereafter, they can add as many languages as they can, including many more African languages. African languages must begin, we must feel at ease, we must get rid of this business of when you hear another African language, we think it's sort of not incomprehensible.
At the same time, the writer urged the government to begin training teachers to ensure that vernacular languages are taught in schools. The professor challenges every Kenyan to have a mastery of at least 3 languages: English, Swahili, and their mother tongue, in addition to at least one other indigenous language.
I'm advocating very strongly a 3-language policy in Kenya and Africa for that matter. Mother tongue for every child. Mother tongue. Kiswahili for every child. Then English for that child. Thereafter, they can add as many languages as they can, including many more African languages. African languages must begin, we must feel at ease, we must get rid of this business of when you hear another African language, we think it's sort of not incomprehensible.
He was speaking during a morning meeting with Kenyan editors at a city hotel.